Welcome everyone. This is VCT Pacific Stage 1 Scrum. For today, we have Cruz and Frost from Talon. Before we jump into the Q&A session, let's begin by hearing from both on their thoughts of the game.
We still can't get our map 1 win
200
ever
200 days.
for 200 days already, and kind of very disappointing because that's the map we prepped. So I don't really know what's the problem anymore. Yeah.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. No. Okay, let's just start with the obvious. We are really struggling on first maps with either roster, so this is a coaching problem, I think. My bad. Second, I think with the lack of experience we have, the amount of responsibility Cruz has, I see it weighing on him every day. Jovi and I are very tough on him and obviously tough on the team. We have gotten better at letting this team develop, but I will readily admit that my patience is wearing more thin because this is probably the most talented roster I've ever had in Valorant. The thing is that they're not very experienced. We have 3 rookies again, and people forget that Primi is also a rookie. This is his first full VCT season. He played 1 game before we went to champs. That is it. So we are not as good as we're going to be. However, the good thing that comes out of this is we keep fighting and clawing back. And I mean, Cruz is doing obviously the best he can, and he's carried us now in both series that we've won in terms of calling and microing and trying to do the things that he can. But yes, it is extremely disappointing that the map that we prepped the most for consistently seems to be the map where we look the most unprepared, and I am not sure why. So Jovi and I have to figure this out for Cruz, because if not, he's gonna lose his hair like mine.
Thank you. We will now open the floor for on-site questions. Please raise your hand if you have any questions.
Hello, this is Haru. Congratulations on the win. Your previous Lotus, you picked Neon as a duelist, but today you picked Waylay and it worked fantastically. So I would like to hear your thoughts, whether it was like Nongshim is known for using Neon for every available map. So is Waylay countering Nongshim's Neon comp?
I wouldn't say it counters neon comps, but I think it's just what we're more comfortable on. I feel like we have more tricks up our sleeves with Waylay compared to neon. So I think that's why we went in this direction instead.
Yeah, I second that. I think additionally, we have Neon prep for pretty much every map. So the RRQ game in specific was a decision that we made as a group for whatever reasons that we made. Today wasn't specifically, I would say, for Nongshim. Or it wasn't for Nongshim specifically. It was more, I think our disappointment in the last time we played Lotus led us to go, okay, if we're gonna lose again, let's do it with a comp that we know we're good with and comfortable with. We try to save it as much as we could, but ultimately, this was the week to bring it out.
Thank you for answering. Good luck for your next game.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's all from on-site. Oh, sorry. We have one more question from on-site.
Sorry. Congrats with the win, guys. Solara from Viola.gg. First question is not very serious, but what are you talking about during group huddles, team huddles? Maybe that's the problem.
You want to talk, like, how am I in a group huddle? What do I say?
We just say we play our game. It's just like, we do our best. I don't know. Should we change it?
I don't know. I mean, I think I matched what I say for the week. I think today I didn't have much to say, actually. Jovi spoke a lot. I basically told them, guys, we can defeat this team. We are better than this team, probably more prepared than this team. There's really nothing left to be said. I don't necessarily think we played that way, but I felt like the pressure to play this game was much less than it was last week and the first week. And I think over time that'll continue. I'm not the prep talk guy. I'm not going to ooze or inject confidence into them. I'm more just the guy that, like, we have a standard. There's an expectation here. We know what we should be doing and how we should be doing it. And VOD review is going to be really fun.
Have fun doing VOD review, guys.
Yeah.
And my second question, last question. You're talking about like the potential of this young roster and this like guys. I was just curious, what's the estimated time like when you think this roster will come into full force?
That's more on Cruz and them, but I've said this publicly. I think I said it to Baby Bay on Spike Talk. I was just like, dude, this team is going to be together for about 3 years. They're going to win something, whether I'm here or not. It's just a matter of, like, for me, selfishly, trying to get them to do it now while I'm here. But this team is too talented. This team, and I don't think people really understand how talented this team is, but 3 rookies. Last year, we had 4 rookies. Lenny Surf, Gov, Premi, 4 rookies. So the issue is, technically, I wasted an off season by, obviously hindsight. If I made these changes earlier, we picked up the same roster, I think we would be so much better than we are now. Jovi and I have an expectation that by season 2, we'll be in really good form. I think right now we're just leaning on Cruz to carry us and like kind of fix some of the gaps and kind of like overcome and kind of micro as much as he can to try to, help these guys be faster with their decision making. Because I think that's also another problem that we have, is that I think some of them are just afraid to make a mistake because they do want to win bad. And I think that delay is often really punishing us because, yeah, I mean, the teams in this league are so fucking good and everybody has gotten so much better than last year. RQ beat our ass specifically because of that, because we're late on everything. Oh, there goes Jemkin. So it's tough, man.
Agreed. Good luck, guys. Thank you for this interview.
Thank you. That's all from on-site, and we will now take pre-submitted questions. The first question goes to Cruz. Tell us more about the issues faced during your attack in Haven. What challenges your team encountered while trying to hold the site?
It's more of like the adjustments we don't make mid-game, and that's why after the game I was like really upset because we should have known that they give us a site for free. So that means they have something planned for us. We should have something planned as well, but we don't. And I keep on talking, and then I just die because I'm on the other part of the map, and like they just don't seem to know what's happening. So we don't have a plan after we have a free bomb site because it's like, oh, it's unusual. What to do? Stuff like that.
Yeah, in fairness, we talk about it though. We have a plan, but then we get punched in the face.
Yeah, like
forget.
in scrims we know what to do, but then like when we actually get into the game that this is not expected, then we just like turn off. But that gave us a big lesson to learn on Lotus, which I think we kind of did pretty well after losing a map. But it should be like 2-3 rounds.
Pistol?
It should only take 2-3 rounds. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
The next question goes to Frost. Did you anticipate the game ended like this today?
No, I thought it would be a 2-0, just like I thought it should have been a 2-0 last week. We got the right maps. We knew what was coming. Fracture was a surprise, actually. We expected them to ban it. They didn't. And then we said, oh, great, cool. And it was picked last map, and we were like, great, cool. So I'm sure they had a game plan for it, but our team is really good. So they lost a few unfortunate rounds because my IGL is just smart and, knows what's coming. And yeah, unlucky they got punished for it.
That's all for pre-submitted questions. Now we're wrapping up the scrum with our team. Thank you guys for joining us.